Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cook Stuff. So, this week, I'm in the mood for a sandwich. The truth is, I make a lot more sandwiches in Japan than I did when I lived in the US, partially because they're fairly easy to put together, and partially because they're easy to take to work. I've got some sliced beef in the fridge, and I figured with a few key ingredients, I could make a pretty nice little sandwich. So, this week, we are putting together a spicy beef and onion sandwich. Anyway, let's take a look at the ingredients and see what we're working with. Here are the ingredients for tonight's sandwich. Of course, the main ingredient is this thin sliced Australian beef. I've got a nice Lawson bun to put it on, a red onion to grind up, and some of my favorite ghost pepper salt. All right, let's go ahead and get the onion done first. I went ahead and cut off the ends and peeled this onion a little bit. So the next thing to do, of course, is run it through the grater. This is my new grater here. Haven't tried this before, but let's see if it works. All right, well, that's done. And as you can see, we've got some grated onion. Now, the way this thing works is that you're supposed to be able to squeeze it up here and kind of squeeze out some of the water, but I'm not seeing a lot of water in here, so I think we're just going to keep it as is. All right, I'm going to melt some butter in the pan here. And while we're doing it, we're going to add some ghost pepper salt. Let's fry some of this beef. And finally, we'll add this grated red onion to the top. Okay, let's turn up the heat and let this fry. I think this is finished, so we're going to put this into a container and then make a sandwich. Let's build a sandwich here, all right? So I got myself a nice Lawson bun here. All right. And next up, I'm just going to load it with some of this oniony, ghost peppery beef. There we go. All right. That looks good. It smells good too. And finally, we'll add a piece of cheese. Right. Simple enough. I think it's ready. All right, let's go ahead and try it out. All right, moment of truth. I have here a bun loaded with some sliced Australian beef, some ghost pepper salt, and some grated red onion with a little slice of cheese just to, add some flavor. So, first, oh, that smells good, man, but I'm going to have to give it a try and see how it tastes. All right. That is really juicy beef and plenty spicy. I really like that. This is really, really good. I need another bite. So the beef, honestly, needs no introduction. But the ghost pepper salt on there really gives it a nice, solid kick. The onion, though, makes it that much juicier. It's really, really nice. And finally, the cheese, with just one slice, is less of a flavor and more of an accent. This is a really good sandwich. I'm very pleased with this. All right, I would need one more bite here, though. So, when I go to work, I often take a little something for breakfast or lunch, depending on if it's a weekend or weekday. And this is the kind of thing that is just about perfect for something to eat at work, especially if I have access to a microwave. This is basically just sliced beef with grated onion, ghost pepper salt, and a slice of cheese. Not too complicated. Now, if you want to try to make this at home, the beef, the onion, and the cheese are not going to be difficult. The ghost pepper salt, I'm not sure what to tell you. You could find something else that is equally spicy, or if you have access to actual ghost peppers, you could maybe grate or chop those up and put it on there. Anyway, I've got most of this left, and I have buns and fixins to make more, so I'll probably take one to work tomorrow. But, as always, appreciate you guys stopping in, and we'll see you in the next video.